friends. Welcome to another episode of Hakumubashi's podcast. In this, we are trying to understand the term called human stampede and also the techniques to survive it. So, subscribe the channel, like the video as we move ahead. So, what is the actual definition? Stampedes typically occur when a large group of people all try to get away from a perceived danger. Now, it can be an actual danger too, but most of the time it is perceived danger. The phenomena is similar to crowd collapses and crushes. There's a term called crowd collapses and crushes, and it is very much similar to that. So, what is crowd collapses and crushes? So, these is defined as a catastrophic incidents that can occur when a body of people become dangerously overcrowded, and like and the starting threshold is like 5 people per square meter, and it is when the environment may feel cramped but still manageable. But then when this density keeps on increasing up to 8 and 10 people per square meter, now the people are becoming pressed against each other and may be swept along against their will by the motion of the crowd. And this is under that condition where crowd may undergo a progressive collapse where the pressure pushes people off their feet, resulting in people being trampled or crushed by the weight of other people falling on top of them. At even higher densities, the pressure on each individual can cause them to be crushed and suffocated to death while still upright. So this is the term called crowd collapses and crushes, and in many of the stampede, this is the actual thing which caused a lot of deaths. But there's a difference between stampede and crowd collapse. So one prominent difference between both of them is that people stampeding have space to run from their danger. So in stampede, people starts running against or in a particular direction, so they still have space to run. Whereas in crowd collapse, you don't have a space to go anywhere because the density have increased up to 8 to 10 people per meter, and now you just don't have space to run. So one, still you have some space to run. Another, in crowd collapse, you have no space to run. And crowd collapse generally becomes progressive. What research says about it? So there has been a little research conducted into what actually happens during a human stampede or what exactly caused them to start. As a result, the terminology of stampede, crushes, and collapse is not very well defined. In a stampede, the difference in speed between the front of a crowd and back can cause people to fall over each other and pile up, causing asphyxiation, so suffocating to death. So basically, not a lot of research have been done, and so these terms are all interchangeable and broadly defined. Can we survive human stampede? Yes. First step, be prepared. The best way to survive a human stampede is to adequately evaluate your surrounding long before the situation can ever come. If you're attending a large event with lots of people, make sure you know where all the exits are. Like for example, in club, this might mean knowing where the fire exits and rear entry exits are located. Also identify exits, be aware of alternative exits and like accessible windows. So be aware, evaluate your surrounding, evaluate your distance from the exits, and have a mental preparedness. Take cover. If the only immediate danger is stampede itself rather than some emergency like fire, try and reach some area of cover. At an indoor venue, this might be side hallway or closet. Outside, look for tree, vehicle, or anything larger that you can climb on or hide behind to protect yourself from the force of the crowd. So if they just come as a hit, you're suddenly not you are not prepared for it. Try to take a cover immediately, as good as immediately as you can. Third, keep moving. Now, if you can't take a cover, keep moving. Resisting the force of the crowd will only tire you out, and conserving energy is critical here in order to survive a stampede. But this does not mean you should go in the exact direction of the crowd. Move diagonally with the flow of crowd will bring you to the edge of the stampede, and it is at the edge of the stampede where it is less likely that you will end up being stuck at a point like choke point called doorway. So these are the three methods by which you can survive, and thanks for listening to this video. Put down your comment, and I hope this situation never occurs to any one of us. Take care. Love.